All right. All right. Really proud of our team. That was a fun day. Tremendous focus and leadership from our guys. That's the first thing I would say. These guys they really amaze me. For young people to have the type of focus and continued intensity at this point in the season. You're going into a game like this, and the team is 2-6 coming in, and to see our guys prepare like we were getting ready to play for the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just an awesome mindset that our team has, and so I'm just really proud of them. First and foremost, I want to thank the leadership that we have in place. These guys are just incredible. But definitely a good start to November in this phase of our season. They continue to do things that have never been done, or things that haven't been done in a long, long time. Offensively, it was good to see us set the tempo for the day, and we scored the first 3 possessions in a row, and so that was awesome to see us. I thought defensively we weren't as sharp on third down in the first half, but we really came back and really shut them down in the second half, and then could kind of continue things offensively. I think we scored every single possession offensively in the second half, with the exception of the last one where we just let the clock run out. I don't know that I've ever been a part of that, to be honest with you. So just really proud of our guys. Got a little helter-skelter there for a minute when we played 94 people and kind of got a little wacky. We had a lot of guys out there. We gave up the kick return. That was disappointing, but just overall a lot of good things. Offensively, we had no sacks, back-to-back games, first time I think since 2012. Guys taking a lot of pride in that. 660-something yards of offense, 3 backs over 100 yards. I think we averaged 13.3 a carry, which is a record. We had 11.6 per play, which breaks a record from 1903. And I think the other thing was the points scored in a 4-game span broke the record from 1900. I think John Heisman was coaching here, so some guy named John Heisman. They must have been carving some people up in 1900. Golly, man, they scored a lot of points. So pretty cool to see them achieve some of those great things. Again, 492 yards rushing. But I think one of the neatest things, that statistics, is 10 different guys scored touchdowns. If you count the pick 6, that's pretty amazing to be a part of something like that, and had fun doing it. Defensively, we had a season high 6 sacks. So really proud of that. The pick 6, that's our 17th game in a row that we've had to take away. So really, those guys continue to hawk the ball with calls and fumbles. But we had a couple of, I think we ended up with 3 takeaways. One of them was the offense, and Cannon Smith getting one back for the offense. But finished plus in the margin again, so that's 4 games in a row we've been even or better, and that's a good trend. That puts us in a good spot when we can do that, because we, 2 things that are critical are big plays and turnover margin. And the one consistency for us has been our big plays. I think we had 57 plays today, so just really explosive. Had a lot of short drives. I mean, it was kind of a weird first half. We only had, at one point we had like 16 plays, but we had a bunch of points. Really just proud of our guys for staying focused, and again, defensively, the turnovers. Good to see Tanner break on that ball. I thought that was a great pick. Good to see Isaiah get rewarded for his and to finish the play, because we've dropped some this year. So to see us finish a couple of them that we got our hands on was really good to see. But at the end of the day, listen, we got it done what we wanted to do, win the game. We're 9-0. But man, what a big challenge we got next week. So we'll be excited. We'll enjoy this one. We're going to get to enjoy this one a little longer because we get to set the clocks back. So I get excited about that tonight, and that'll give us a little more time before we do have to turn the page and get ready for a big challenge in BC next week. So proud of our team, the focus of our team. It was fun to see Dexter score. We tried to get one with Mitch. So he got his first reception, but and we also honored him after the game. You know, you've been playing football here for 100-something years, and I wanted to call timeout and, like, you know, sub him out and do something kind of cool, but we were in the middle of a 2-minute drive, and so it didn't really work out that way. That's kind of the life of a lineman, though. But 100-something years of football, and he has played more snaps than any player in the history of Clemson football. And for a left tackle to be able to do that, that's pretty awesome. And I think it's Dalton Freeman's record that he broke. It was pretty doggone good too. So two good guys. It was great in the locker room. We had a great moment, and everybody wanted a speech from Mitch. And so in classic Mitch fashion, he just said, "Thanks, y'all." That's all he had. So really just proud of him. It was a really cool moment, and we'll move on to the next one.
Dabo, you told us at the beginning of the year the running back group was going to be a special group this year, and you saw a lot of depth developed in there. Yeah. 2 games out of the last 4, they've rushed for 300, 3 guys at 100 yards plus. And Travis eclipsed 1,000 yards, I think, today. Can you speak a little more about that for us?
Yeah, that's kind of what I saw coming. I didn't know what we had in Lynn at that time, but man, it don't take him long to get to 100, does it? I think he only had like 4 carries, but he's electric. He goes in there with those fresh legs, and he's going to be a special player for sure. But they just have fun. I thought Adam Choice, you saw the heart and soul of Adam Choice. I mean, that's just the epitome of who that guy is. That play was amazing, and he was literally trying to score and carrying people in. But I'm really proud of Adam. Great to see Feaster, you know, kind of get on track today and get over 100 yards too. And I thought, obviously, I think was that the second score that we had, you know, 1 play score. But all those guys were great, man. They're a veteran group. They support each other. Just so much more experience this year than we had last year. Travis has been awesome. And this time last year, you know, he's still trying to figure it all out and developing his body and all that. And then you throw NJ in there. We've got the type of depth that you need to have a championship caliber, you know, team. And so really proud of them, and give the credit to the offensive line and our tight ends too. Those guys, they did a great job. That was a big objective today, was to be able to run the football. We felt like they would play a little more true safety type stuff on us, so an opportunity to cover people up and not have so many unblocked guys and things like that, to where we could get our backs to the second level. And that's what happened, and they did a great job. So good to see. I think ET had over 150, he didn't have many carries, but he didn't play much in the second half. So just a great day, you know, for those guys.
Coach, how special was it to have Gene Stallings here today, and he got to see his grandson J.C. Chalk make a catch for a first down?
Yeah, Coach Stallings came actually Wednesday night, so I've been with Coach Thursday, Friday, and today, and he has coached me up well for 3 days. We've had a lot of fun. He actually sat in our staff meeting Thursday morning and spoke to the team Thursday afternoon, and got a chance to see practice Thursday, and came out to practice yesterday. And the crazy thing about it, and it's just, you know, kind of crazy how good Lord works, but we had this was a game that I had a lot of former teammates that just so happened to be coming. And obviously I got some guys on my staff that connected to Coach too. So we had a really cool moment before the game. I think it was about 17 or 18 of us. And then even the secondary coach, the safety coach from Louisville, Lorenzo Ward, who was a teammate of mine, who used to be at South Carolina, he's at Louisville now. He came over and got in the picture. So that was a really neat moment. You know, Coach is 83, 84, and you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get him here for a game and things like that. So it was a special day. I'm glad JC got in there and got a chance to get a catch too. But it was a fun day. And I know he was smiling when we jumped in the I formation up there on the goal line and handed to that big number 90. No doubt about it.
Dabo, what's the story behind adding Patrick McClure to the team, and how good of a job has he done as a scout team quarterback?
Well, I just needed another arm, and he was a kid, I think he went to Ben Lippin, I believe, his high school, and his coach had reached out to us and talked a lot about him, and I think he had gone to maybe Jacksonville out of high school down like in Florida, that Jacksonville, and had ended up just transferring here, was in school, and So we needed another arm. Obviously, we were kind of lean on quarterbacks. So we brought him out. What a great kid, and kind of neat to see him be able to get in there. He does a good job over on the scout team, and Coach V loves him. So, he's not real easy on those scout team quarterbacks. So but he likes this guy. So he just does a great job for us running our scout team. And I know that was a special moment for him to be able to get in the game. We didn't put Ben in because we wanted to save he's only got 2 more games. And and it was an opportunity to get DK in there and kind of do some stuff with him. And he's pretty natural, as y'all saw. Good things happen when he touches the ball. So an opportunity for him to go in there and just kind of, manage the cadence, do some base stuff, not wildcat stuff, but just some little bit of base stuff, zone read. And he did a good job with that, made a few plays, a little bit of quarterback run mixed in. But good to get McClure in there as well.
Yeah, but they put up 36 here the last time, 2 years ago. They gave y'all plenty of fits the first 3 years. But what do you make of how far they've slid, I guess? Is it kind of surreal?
I can't really speak to that. I mean, things kind of come and go. I don't know. I mean, I know this. They got a bunch of good-looking players, but they're young at quarterback. Part of it is they had a Heisman guy that's in the NFL now. He was pretty good. He made them a dangerous team every time he stepped on the field. They always had a chance, and they're kind of starting over at quarterback. That's part of it. And this kid's going to get better. He's young, and we put a lot of pressure on him today. That's I'd say the biggest thing. They've got good players, and I don't know if they've had injuries. I don't think so. I think they're a pretty solid, complete team as far as an injury standpoint. But I think the biggest thing is just kind of starting over at quarterback. Bobby's a great football coach. I mean, I was really concerned coming into this game schematically of making sure that we had the right mindset defensively, because they can embarrass you if you're not locked in, because they know how to attack you. They're very well coordinated. They know what they're doing, and so man, you better be dialed in and have the mindset, because they're a physical team. And everything's built off the run. If they can get any type of run game going, then he can manipulate you big time with the boots and nakeds and the play action pass. Just proud of our guys.
Yeah, we'll go back to Tanner Muse. Last year, he seemed to get picked on from time to time. This year, it seems like he's really settled down back there and is bound at where to place his feet and where to be. Can you speak on Tanner a little bit?
Yeah, he's so much more confident. Last year he was a little bit of a cluer and a little nosy. And he was that guy that people want to pick on because he wanted to kind of blow everything up and be in on every play, and so people use that aggressiveness against him. But he's just become more disciplined, and he's just more knowledgeable. I mean, he plays more confident and fast because he sees it. He can anticipate what's coming because he's so prepped. He comes in every day on his own, studies extra tape. He's just a very committed guy to his preparation. And so he knows. I mean, defensive football is formation recognition, strategic situation, what comes off of it. And so he gets it. And that's the biggest thing. And then he's had some success. Last year, I guess he was a first-year starter for us. So, guys get better. And if you got talent, you get a lot better. And he certainly has talent, and his awareness and everything else has just improved tremendously.
Coach, special moment for you and Will on the sideline after you scored that
Yeah.
touchdown. You nearly had one in Tallahassee
Yeah.
last week. What did you say to him, and how frustrating was that for him last week?
Oh, shoot, he just kind of, he was frustrated, but it is what it is. You just go on the next play. That's football. But I was happy for him. Those guys, Tony made a good call, and it was well blocked. Looked like a pretty good run in there, but his teammates, the biggest thing for me is just seeing his teammates happy for him, because they all know Will's a grinder, man. He's had a great camp, and he's worked really hard. So good to see him be rewarded with that, and that was a pretty cool moment, as a dad too, to just kind of see him out there. And then he got jacked up on the punt return. I think he got a penalty on that. He's kind of a magnet out there for big hits, but I'm proud of him. I really am. That was real cool, and hopefully it'll be a good night in the Swinney house tonight, and Kathleen might, make me some dessert or cook me a good dinner or something. I don't know. So I was happy for it.
Coach, you spoke about Mitch's record. What does someone like Mitch do? Maybe he doesn't get all the fanfare, all the attention. What does he mean to this team and this program?
He's the model of consistency. I mean, really. I mean, he's just such a great example. He's a very quiet leader. He does not say a whole lot, and really never has. But he's got a great personality. But on the football field, he is so competitive and so consistent. And you're talking about a kid that has started at left tackle since he was a true freshman, and been in 3 playoff games. He's played Alabama 3 times. He's been in 2 national championship games, and he's always there. He's always there. You can just kind of count on him. And he practices the right way. He's always prepared. He's an excellent student. I mean, he's everything that you want a guy to exemplify in our program. And so, it's really, again, cool to see his teammates so happy for him because they know who Mitch is and how consistent he's been. So that was a really cool thing to see him accomplish that. And I think he's maybe he needs one more game to be the all-time starter in school history. He's already got it for a position player, but I think Catanzaro started 52 games, so he needs one more game to get that done.
Coach, with this win in the books, you guys have now won your last 4 games on average about 51 points. Yet you have said the last few weeks, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and then the players have been saying too that there's still potential, there's still room to grow. How much more growth is there that you see in this group compared to where they've already come this season?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, the first half, that first punt, we don't line up right. I mean, and those are the things that can cost you when the scoreboard's a little tighter. Those are things you control. And we've got a receiver that's not on the line of scrimmage, and so we just gotten a first down. And so now it's 3rd and 9, now you got a punt, and you give them good field position. You get a guy ejected because we get a targeting call, and so none of that had to happen if we just do the little thing right. And so little things lead to big things, and so it's just details and being fanatical about that, having a process, when you step on the field, and you don't get out of that. So there's lots of things that we can do better, and we'll see the tape, and then the opportunity to coach some of these young guys that got in there that maybe don't get to play as much, but a chance to grow them a little bit. So defensively, like I said, I didn't think we were very good on 3rd down early. Had 3 third and longs, but gave up the kick return. I know it was mostly backups and scout teams out there scout team guys covering the kick, but I mean they got a helmet pads too, and they practice. So opportunity to coach our team, because you never know when it's going to be your opportunity.
Coach, Chase has been extremely efficient, 6 for 7 today, 110 yards, 3 touchdowns. How much of a luxury is it to have maybe
3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Holy cow.
How much of a luxury is that to have maybe the 3rd best quarterback in the ACC as a backup?
Yeah, he's a good player. That's why y'all heard me say many times in the spring, and everybody want to talk about Trevor and Kelly. And I'd be like, y'all don't need to forget about this Chase Bryce guy now. He's pretty good, I'm telling y'all. And that's what you're seeing. And now what's happened is he's gotten some experience and some confidence, and he's getting all these reps in practice. And he just goes and plays. I mean, what a beautiful throw he made to Justin Ross. Great catch and finish by Justin. But an absolute gorgeous play by him. But it's nice to know that we got 2 guys that can legitimately go and play winning football at a championship level for us. Wish we had more, but right now we got 2, and legit 2 that can get the job done. And the team has confidence in both those guys.
Why wasn't Mark Fields up there?
He pulled his groin, so he strained his groin and wasn't able to go on Wednesday and Thursday.
How would you compare Christian's running style with Dexter's, what you saw today?
I have to watch the tape, I think, but obviously Christian more fluid, more athletic. Dexter just more brute strength. Did he run over a guy? Was there a guy in the hole? I missed the replay, so I didn't get to see it, but I'm looking forward to watching the tape.
Did anybody go out wide with Christian? I didn't see anybody.
Well, we just kind of you know, it's just a little split flow deal, and so I don't know if the backer flowed or not. I didn't get a chance to watch the replay.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, thank y'all.